By the low burnside when the day gangs do, we a coal black sky and a silver moon. There's a story braving in the glooming light, we a drumming horn and the fire burning bright. Sit ye doomed, dinna mind the time, let the word slip off in rhyme. It's a whiskey and a pipe by the old stone wall, smoke in the air and nae hurry at all. Let the niche roll slow, let the embers glow ripe. There's truth to be found in a whiskey and a pipe. The wind may whisper o'er hill and brae, o' days lang gane and words we say. Some are merry, some cut deep, some we laugh at, some we keep. Talk a seed, draw close and near, as I get tales to warm the ear. Nae crown, nae throne, nae grand parade, just quiet truths in the shadow laid. If the heart speaks low in the lantern stripe, it kens its road, we a whiskey and a pipe. It's a whiskey and a pipe by the old stone wall, smoke in the air and nae hurry at all. Let the niche roll slow, let the embers glow ripe. There's truth to be found in a whiskey and a pipe. Whiskey and a pipe.
There is a certain kind of man you do not notice at first. He is not loud, not hurried, not eager to fill the silence. He sits where the light is softest, where the world passes by without asking anything of him. Perhaps by a window, perhaps in the corner of a pub, perhaps in a quiet garden where the wind moves gently through the leaves. In his hand, almost as an afterthought, rests a pipe. He does not perform it. He does not explain it. He simply lives with it. There was a time when such men were easier to find. You could see them in photographs, in old films, or read between the lines of letters written slowly, deliberately. Men who carried thoughts like weight, but never seemed burdened by them. The pipe was not their identity, nor their hobby. It was something quieter, something closer to a companion than an object. People like to speak of great minds. They point to thinkers, writers, inventors, and wonder how such ideas came to be. They search for systems, for habits, for secrets. But sometimes the answer is far less complicated. Sometimes it is a chair, a quiet room, and the simple act of sitting still long enough for a thought to arrive. A pipe, in that sense, asks very little, but it gives something in return. You cannot rush it, you cannot demand from it, it will not reward impatience. There is a rhythm to it, and if you try to force it, it simply refuses to cooperate. The tobacco must be packed with care, not precision. The flame must be offered, not imposed. And once it is lit, it asks you to slow down. Not because it insists, but because there is no other way. And in that slowing down, something begins to change. The mind, so often scattered, starts to gather itself. Thoughts that were loud become distant. The need to constantly react fades. There is space again, and in that space, something quiet and honest can emerge. This is what some understand, and others never will. There are those who approach the pipe as if it were a puzzle to be solved. They speak of notes and tones, of flavors hidden within flavors, of subtle distinctions that must be identified and named. They chase experience as if it were something to be captured and measured, and there is nothing wrong with that. Not entirely, but it misses something, because the pipe was never meant to be chased. It was meant to accompany. The man who understands the pipe does not ask it to entertain him. He does not expect revelation with every bowl. Sometimes there are no thoughts at all. Sometimes there is only the quiet repetition of simple actions. Pack, light, draw, rest. The world moves, time passes, and he remains, not separate from it, but no longer tangled in it. He might be thinking about something important, or nothing at all. It does not matter. What matters is that he is there, fully, without urgency. In a world that rewards speed, that measures value in output and noise, this kind of presence feels almost out of place. To sit without purpose, to do something slowly and without explanation, is often misunderstood. It can look like idleness. It can seem unproductive. But there is a difference between doing nothing and being at rest. The pipe, in its quiet way, reminds you of that difference. It is not about the tobacco, not really, not about the flavor, though it may be pleasant, not about technique, though there is a certain satisfaction in getting it right. These things are part of it, yes, but they are not the reason it endures. The reason is harder to name. It is the pause, the permission to take a moment that belongs only to you without justification, to sit with your thoughts or without them, to let time pass without trying to shape it into something useful, to exist, briefly, outside of expectation. Some will never understand this. They will continue to analyze, to compare, to refine. They will search for something that cannot be found that way, and others will simply sit. They will fill their pipe without thinking too much about it. They will light it, perhaps not perfectly. They will draw gently, watching the smoke drift and disappear into the air. They will listen to the quiet sounds around them, a distant voice, a creaking floor, the soft movement of wind, and that will be enough. Not because it is simple, but because it is complete. There is a kind of wisdom in that, though it rarely announces itself. It does not need to be explained or defended. It exists in the doing, or rather, in the being. And perhaps that is the real power people speak of, though they often mean something else. Not brilliance, not genius, but the ability to be still, to be present, and to let the world unfold without constantly reaching into it. The pipe does not give you this. It only shows you the way. Take your time. This moment is yours.